Newsong. This is Kirk Miller. I hope this video message today finds everybody healthy and strong and good spirits. I want to thank also Pastor Stephen for reaching out to me and asking me if I might share what God has put on my heart throughout all of this new world that we find ourselves living in, at least briefly. And so what God has been telling me is that with respect to my family specifically, that I could grow in the area of patience. And so what I would encourage you all to reflect and think about your relationships with the people that you're living with in your house right now 24/7, as you know, our movements are limited. And so I've been doing that, and I've been considering my relationship with my wife. You know, have I been patient with her? And then I have two high school boys, both of whom have two diametrically different personalities. And so, you know, have I been patient with them? And as I've been thinking about this, a verse from Colossians 3:12 came to me. Therefore, as God's chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And I can't think of a better verse for me to go to specifically with each member of my family, particularly with each of these elements of compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. And it's easy for me to I like to categorize things, and so as I consider my wife Julie, have I been doing these things in my relationship with her over the last 2 weeks? And have I been doing this with my son Noah and my other son Kiko? And what have I done to actually realize and consider their needs? Yeah, my world's been turned upside down, and your world's been turned upside down. But don't forget that the people that you're living with, the people that you love the most, their worlds are upside down as well too. And have you been patient with it? Have you been sensitive to that fact? And so, are you practicing humility? Are you practicing gentleness and kindness and compassion when everybody's with each other all the time? You know, of course, people are going to get on each other's nerves. But can you step back? Can you take a breath? And can you pause and consider, what would the Lord have you do? And as I consider Colossians 3:12, this is what he would have me do. And it's helped me, and I've been reading this for the last 4 days now, and I just go to it. And yeah, it does make my conversations with my boys a little bit better. It does take my encounters with my wife a little bit more tender. And so I would pray that you all would also be patient with your loved ones. Give each other some grace. You also need to give yourself a little bit of grace, and you know, turn this back on yourself. Are you being fair to yourself? Are you being humble? Are you being kind to yourself? You got to give yourself a little bit of room to make some mistakes here, because this is a different world. I don't want to say it's a new world, because this is not a world that I think anybody's going to really want to live in. But you know, you have to give yourself a little bit of grace and some breathing room. And if you can do that, it's going to be easier to do that with your loved ones. And so I encourage you all to continue fighting the good fight. Be well to each other. Be compassionate to each other. Be patient with each other. And I hope you all have a really good week. Thank you.